Welcome to Bridget and Russ's journey across America on Route 66. This video is going to show the first leg of our journey from Chicago to St. Louis. We start in downtown Chicago and end up at Chain of Rocks Bridge. This first portion of the video is us going to Chicago. Actually, we stayed in Kankakee on our first day's journey as we roamed through the countryside of Illinois. So kick back, enjoy the video, and we will talk to you again soon. Here we are entering the town of Carlisle, Illinois. It was Memorial Day weekend when we started our trip, and you can see the flags are out along the main street of the town. It was an interesting, kind of iconic town. You can see the large church up here on the right, and this was pretty standard for a lot of the things that we saw on the trip today. Welcome to Swamp Town, Cajun Kitchen and Cocktails. Bridget and I had been riding most of the day and decided that the next spot we found on the road, we were gonna go eat. So we found this little gem out in the middle of Illinois farm country. It was actually pretty impressive. I had a yummy shrimp boil that I won't soon forget, and out back they had their own duck pond. They kind of had the swamp vibe going on throughout the property. It was a good stop.
Here we are at the famous East Gate of the Joliet State Prison in our super cool specs.
I have to wait for the sun to come back in.
Sun will come out tomorrow. So we're at, where are we at? We're at the Route 66
Joliet.
66 Park. We're at the 66 Park. And we have just finished a thrilling ride out of Chicago where we have decided to ride through the rain, and Bridget still has wet pants. Bridget's wet pants.
Did not pee my pants.
Unlike space pants. In the park in Joliet, there's quite a bit of interesting stuff put out around here. A little bit of a discussion of little information on the Route 66 park here. Some interesting artwork, cool playground. This fountain back here is kind of interesting. It's a companion to the Mother Earth sculpture located just north of here, which honors all the life that comes from the earth. Interesting. It's a boy fishing. Very cool. There's a little trail that goes kind of behind the park. And Bridget on the other side of the Route 66 sign. And me going to the Route 66 sign to go, hello.
Too many things in my hands.
Closed for the season. No rich and creamy, kids. But it's got a cool sign. And you can see the Blues Brothers, Jake and Elliot, right up there. They look pretty cool. Let's see what Bridget is up to. So after an amazing lunch at the Wilmington House, highly recommend the chicken. And the patty melt's pretty awesome, right, Bridget?
Yes, it was.
Okay, good deal. So we've got the City of Wilmington sign.
There's another one of those. Poke right up through.
Oh, yeah,
It
the
doesn't have the city sign.
head chopper thingy. No, not really.
If it told where we were at, I couldn't find everyone.
And ever since the sunshine came out, we've been seeing a ton of bikes. Let's walk quickly before we get scorched.
Scenic banks of the Kankakee River. You're standing on the original 1926 alignment of historic Route 66, known today in our area as Route 53. A distinguishing feature of our town is the large island dividing the Kankakee River, which earned us the nickname the Island City. We blend this small town charm with the vibrant spirit of the Main Street of America. From here at the Gemini Giant to the local shopping and dining in our downtown, there's plenty to explore. We welcome all visitors with open arms. Enjoy your stay in Wilmington.
Was going to have it scrapped. The city said, nah, let's not do that. And now a quick visit to the Polka Dot Inn. Got the Elvis and all that. Super cool spinning sign. And this spot has been around for a while. So this is, where are we at there, Bridget?
Is it Gardner?
Gardner, Illinois. This cool little stop where we were going to talk to Tom, but unfortunately, Tom is not here today. He had to go to a funeral. Tom is rumored to be somewhat of a sage on Route 66 and the lore. Some really cool stuff here. In Dwight, Illinois. We have more biker bows. Whole mess of them. Yeah. I think they're eagle riding. Yeah. Oh, and down. Here we are at the gas station in Odell, Illinois. It's the Standard Oil gas station. It was built in 1932, and this small brick station is one of the best preserved examples of the roadside service stations that once kept America moving. Back when Route 66 was the nation's main street, places like this were much more than somewhere to buy gasoline. They were where travelers got directions, checked tire pressure, topped off their oil, and shared stories from the road. What makes this station especially unique is that it's one of only a handful of authentic Standard Oil stations still standing along the Mother Road. Thanks to local volunteers and preservation groups, it has been carefully restored to look much like it did during the highway's golden age. As you walk around, you'll notice the period-correct gas pumps, the vintage oil signs, and the architecture that instantly transports you back to the 1930s. It's easy to imagine families beginning cross-country adventures or weary travelers stopping for a quick break before continuing west towards California. One of my favorite things about places like this isn't just the history. It's realizing how much travel has changed. Today we pull into massive travel centers filled with restaurants and convenience stores. Back then, a stop like this was personal. The attendant often knew your name, checked under the hood, and made sure you were ready for the next stretch of road. The Standard Oil gas station in Odell is a small stop, but it tells a big story about the people and the businesses and the communities that help make Route 66 legendary. If you're driving or riding the Mother Road, it's well worth taking a few minutes to step back in time. Here we are at the Route 66 Museum and Hall of Fame. This is in Pontiac, Illinois. And we got there right at the end of the day, so we made a quick run through the museum. We did get to see some of these photographs of some of these places that we had been and places that we're going to see.
We saw things this morning.
Some of the gas stations that we were going to see later in that day, and the hot dog that we saw earlier in the day just outside of Chicago.
And we were there a minute ago.
And this is where we saw our German rider friend crash out. And the Delta Motel is something we expect to see down the road. Here I was looking for a bus that was owned
cool
by Bob
things.
Arneston, a very famous Route 66 mural painter. Unfortunately, that day we could not find that bus. It wasn't around. But going through the museum, you can see
These are-
the sheet music of the wartime era.
Oh wow.
This section of the museum was devoted primarily to the war effort in Livingston County
It's like the
and
kitchen
what
of
was
the
going
40s.
on in the world at that time. It's an old iron, by the way. There's some
Newspaper
newspaper headlines.
Cool old erector set.
Some an older Rector set, and some of the other toys that were common in the era. Through this door, this was the canteen section. And you can see some of the old World War II
Stage
memorabilia
door
there.
canteen.
There was music
Place where you
playing
can
in
sit
here. The
down and
microphone
enjoy the
didn't pick
music.
it up too well.
Because there's the
But
band.
big band era
Oh wait a minute, they're
kind of
invisible.
stuff, and with the band all set up and ready to go, just needs players. Some of the haute couture of the time, and some memorabilia about Route 66 as
Interesting
well.
fashion of the day.
Just a lot in this museum. I mean, there was just stuff everywhere,
Model.
including super cool model kits.
Ford bow.
And of course, the ubiquitous Red Ryder BB gun,
Strikingly similar to the one that we have today.
the ever popular Scrabble. There were also rooms of houses that were set up. This obviously is the kitchen. There's an ice sign with those numbers on it right there. You set that in the window, and the number facing up told the delivery man how many pounds of ice you wanted for your ice box. You can see that in the background. There's a war ration card right there. And a parlor. With a, looks like a small TV in there, and then a radio in the back near the fireplace. And 2 blue stars on the wall meant that the family had 2 sons serving in the military.
Just the
And
size
here's
of
the
this room.
Livingston County War Museum.
Now we're in
And
the War Museum.
quick jump back
proper,
to
I
the
guess.
super cool photos.
66 pictures.
This was just outside of the
Downtown.
War Museum, so we're on the way to it. There's a picture of our bikes.
Yeah.
And then this is the entry into the War Museum proper. And there were literally maybe a couple of hundred of uniforms like this from people all in that area. They donated their uniforms, and there was a brief bio on most of them. Some you can see were really highly decorated folks. There's the Desert Storm camouflage
That's what I
right
had.
there. I pointed to that one because that's the Schwarzkopf design that I wore when I was over there.
Yep. Very cool.
And unit photos. And this is the World War I room
This is the World War
with the Doughboy uniforms.
uniforms.
And then there was an actual rocket. I assume it was inert.
That's crazy.
Some German memorabilia there. And then back to the main room with more uniforms. Some
Good
rifles
grief.
there.
Oh wow. Been back there.
The RPG-7 in the center there. And this was really kind of sad. We had to rush right through this because it was close to closing time, and we were trying to be respectful and let the folks leave when they were supposed to.
There's core.
But it was very interesting to see the different kinds of uniforms throughout the years.
Is it cool?
And And then, of course, you have all the wartime memorabilia. The Thompson submachine gun was really interesting to see. The Japanese machine gun there. But this room just seemed to just go on and on. No matter where you turn, there were more uniforms, more memorabilia. There's some unit patches on the wall. This is a diorama of a fire base in Vietnam. You see the artillery in the back there.
Cool helicopters. 8 minutes. Wow. And you can see that goes down that way.
So we ran downstairs
Now
to
all
see
the super cool Route 66 stuff.
Route 66 museum, and it did not fail to impress. It was a good museum, a lot of great stuff to see and read. And this is Bob Waldemar's VW bus. Now, he had a bigger bus that was parked outside. This was a smaller one. The bigger bus, I'm sorry, was parked outside, but we couldn't find it.
Run out back.
And it might be down for renovation, I don't know. But you can see this is the way that he left that vehicle when he died.
Some standard stuff.
And so they just brought it into the museum, and there it is. And it was kind of interesting to see a Japanese motorcycle in the Route 66 museum.
She said I shouldn't have a problem because of my supplement. But
Super Service.
Now we're on to Sprague's
At
Super
Ryburn
Service.
Place.
This is the
very cool.
only two-story gas station in Illinois and one of very few on
The city
Route
service
66.
gas pumps.
The gas pumps were absolutely pristine. The building was clean, well kept. Just very interesting preservation on this.
Best part of the trip.
what's the best part of the trip? The Giants?
You
Oh.
and the Giants. About 7 o'clock. Interesting place.
Oh, look at Astro Oil.
He's sparkly.
I think there's a lady one around the corner.
Yeah, that Astro Oil. That's something. It's the land of the Giants rest stop. Can see the sun just glowing up. Can see the Shoney's mascot in there. And the guy riding the Bronco and the big chicken and the Texaco guy. These things are just massive. The Route 66 experience. Let's go. No, it's a Road King.
Looking like an Indian. All decked up like an Indian. Orange and everything.
Yep.
Got the Chain of Rocks Motel. Wonder if they put that flicker in there on purpose.
I would say yes. Sponsors this. I don't know if they made all of them.
All kinds of interesting things there.
Yeah, that's a place for kids to hunt. Mom and Dad take their pictures.
Here's a chairlift.
I saw that right when we were getting off the bikes.
Oh, look.
Asses too and open.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't make an ass of yourself though. Let them be.
The mayor is there, right?
Bel Air Drive-In. Interesting. Here we are at the Route 66 experience. We're looking at all these super sweet neon signs. We've walked a little trail that takes you through the different stops in Illinois, and yeah, there's all kinds of crazy cool stuff like that. And there's something interesting things. A Uniroyal gal in Livingston. Yeah, maybe it's there, maybe it's not. Who knows?
Go Hunter.
The Frankenmuffler Man? Whoa. Chicago to St. Louis, the beginning of the line. There's too much to mention on just a few sides. The Illinois Route 66. Very cool. After the Route 66 experience, we spent the night in Springfield. We made a brief stop at the Buffaloed Wild Wings in town, and it was there when I found out that I had been the victim of a fly-by bird pooping that landed smack in the middle of my chest. Fortunately, a trip to the restroom helped clean it up, but it was an interesting way to end a challenging day. Here we are coming in to see the Lauterbach Giant. This was a quick stop, but nonetheless another interesting giant to take off of our list. Here we are at the Route 66 Creamery in Lauterbach, Illinois. And there's the friendly rooster that was walking around, even though there were tons of people in this patio area eating ice cream. The chicken was good to go. Some of the interesting furniture, you can see the ice cream cone chairs and whatnot. Great place to visit. Now we're on to our last stop of the trip. This is the Chain of Rocks Bridge, and we're crossing the bridge from the mainland to Shoto Island, and that is where the Chain of Rocks Bridge begins. This metal grating was very interesting and kind of nerve-wracking. We were worried about oncoming traffic. What we didn't quite understand was that it was one-way traffic, even though there's a double yellow line down the middle of it, and to the right is actually a walking path to cross the bridge. You can see the vehicle down there stopped, and right about this time I realized that it was a one-way only bridge crossing. Here we are arriving at the Chain of Rocks Bridge. If you look off to the left past these bicyclists, you'll see the same group of motorcyclists that we ran into yesterday. I believe they were from Germany, renting bikes through the Eagle Rider program. Alright, old Chain of Rocks Bridge.
Walking things.
This would be a great time to have a Smelfie stick.
I'll wait for you. Come on,
Oh, you're actually like trying to...
yeah, the peak's up there.
Okay, we're almost there. And we're not dead yet. There's Klingman's Dome. There we go, we're feeling some of that breeze now.
Must be sucking it all up.
I'm stealing all of your breeze. Yeah?
So the cotton's
Oh. Cottonwood tree. Some equipment out in the water. The water is very, very moist today.
That must be those treacherous rocks. This is called Chain of Rocks.
Ah. Wonder if that's downtown over there. Should be. Hey, look. You can see the castle thingies.
Let's see what?
The castle thingies.
Oh, they're way bigger.
Those two castle thingies I was so excitedly referring to are Water Intake Tower number 1 that was built in 1894 and Water Intake Tower number 2, which was built in 1915. Both those towers bring in fresh water for the city of St. Louis. They're actually still in use today, but they're no longer manned, but the water gates are controlled by electronics. So this chapter of our journey ends. Join us for chapter 2, St. Louis to Somewhere West.